Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I'm trying not to. Well, yeah, I do. Um, but I try not, and it's for whom the bell tolls. Uh, I try and stay away from touchy subjects like this, but I just can't do it today. Uh, um, Americans, are you all stupid? Yes, you are, and we prove it every day. Um, I'm seeing a lot of crazy stuff in my own personal life without being a public servant, like unlike that judge and uh, out there in Liberalville who let that guy go and said, "I just work for the public." No, you don't. Um, but Americans, they think they are the leaders of the world, and we's everybody's mom and dad and whatever. Well, we're not. And the rest of the world don't think like we do. Get out. Or let me say, the rest of the world don't think like some of us do, or those people. Hey, I said it. But anyhow, so y'all know my career, y'all know my life, and I have run countless numbers of domestic violence, assaults, murders, whatever. And let me tell you what, men and women, they fight hard. They fight hard when they're mad at each other. I had a lady chasing her husband around with a butcher knife, and she stabbed him like 195 times in the back and in the back of the head. She was chasing after him, and she's stabbing at him, and she's only getting him about that much because she's ahead of him. She's a step ahead of him, and so she had two black eyes. And anyhow, we get him to the doctor after a lot to do. We get him to the doctor, and the doc goes, his name is Dr. Edens. I shouldn't have said that. I don't care. And there's a lot of them out there. And I said, Doc, I said, you know what you tell a woman with two black eyes? And he went, no. I said, nothing. You done told her twice. And he said, I dare you to tell that woman that. I said, Doc, don't do that. I said, I'll take that as a doctor's order. And as a paramedic, you're supposed to follow all doctor's orders. And he said, that's an order. I went, okay. She didn't like it too much. But on the opposite side, man, I tell you, gays and lesbians, they fight hard. They fight hard. Man, they fight hard. They pull out knives and man, there's always blood all over the place when men and women. I mean, when gays and lesbians fight, blood. They always gotta draw blood. I don't know why. But anyhow, so America says homosexuality is okay and everybody can do it and you can get married and all that jazz. Hey, that's fine and dandy. I don't care. Just don't tread on me. And but they try to take a cruise to Turkey. Turkey ain't gay. They don't even know no gays in Turkey. But watch this news event.
Second time this week, a gay cruise in the Mediterranean was denied standards. At least banned travelers from docking because of, quote, moral standards. At least 1,000 Americans are on board, including passengers from South Florida. NBC6's Jamie Garola spoke with some of them, and he's live in Miami with more.
By the way, I seen a report one time that 93% of Americans, when they see two men kiss, it makes them want to gag. But when they see two women kiss, they think it's nice and pretty. I think it's well, don't matter what I think. But Alex Stein said he went to Tampa and he was talking at the about the Bays, Tampa Bay Rays new stadium. But he said he said two women can't be gay. Uh, It was funny. I'll post a link to that. That is so funny. He's up in the commissioners meeting, but I'll post a link to it.
Jamie. Yeah, this is a very popular gay cruise. They've been doing this for decades, and some passengers on board say they have been looking forward to this for a while. It was sold as an epic summer adventure from Athens to Venice on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, which
I've never
hosted
danced
Diane
with a
Levis
guy.
Events, the largest gay and lesbian vacation company in the world. Thomas Barker is from Miami. The 10-day trip was a gift to him from his husband.
I tell you what, I'm a heterosexual male, so is my wife. She's not the male, but she's a female. Excuse me. And we took a 7-day cruise to, how they say, the Caribbean. We took a 7-day cruise. Man, that I love my wife, but shit, sitting in a cabin with her for 7 days, that is too long. I can't imagine for going on a 10-day cruise with anybody. I mean, gee whiz.
So there are thousands of men who come to the ship to celebrate and to feel free to be who we are without any fear
Free in Turkey?
or to be able to be ourselves.
I thought like half of Turkey's Islam, and don't Islamists hate homosexuals? Why would you go to Turkey? I think they would go to France. France. Oh well.
In a public space.
But that freedom of expression was challenged when the ship tried docking.
Oh, that's a
in
pretty
Turkey.
sunset.
The government unexpectedly denied the ship entry because of what they call moral standards.
Moral standards.
Authorities posted this online. Translated in English, it says, a cruise ship chartered by a group known for behavior that does not align with the values and moral standards of our society and that had generated significant concern among various segments of the public has been canceled. It is
maybe it's not about your gayness. Maybe it's how you act in public. And that's the problem with Americans. They brought their bedroom out into the public. Nobody gives a shit about what you do in your bedroom, right? You know, whatever happened to what happens at house stays at the house. Everybody wants to tell everybody what they're doing and how they're doing it. I don't care about your sex or what you're doing in your bedroom. I don't give a shit. Nobody else does either.
absolutely out of the question that this group will come to our province for such an event.
I mean, I think what's really disappointing is that we spend a lot of our times as gay people really trying to find safe spaces, and going on this cruise is a space.
Safe spaces. He doesn't want to go anywhere. Excuse me, that there's not any safe spaces. First, you might want to change your glasses. Yeah. But I can look up. I'm going to go to Tampa. I'm going to go see a ball game, and I'm taking my wife. One of the first things I did was I looked at tickets, and baseline tickets are less than $100. I'm like, holy shit, what's wrong with that place? Because I love baseball, America's pastime, right? Every major league park I can get next to, I want to go. But if you go to a Braves game, they're $300 a ticket at baseline. And so I looked up what's wrong with it down there. What's the crime? Blah, 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 blah. Well, anyhow, who doesn't check out where they're going?
Safe as it's supposed to get, right? And we were excited to go to new places and potentially experience that safe space in places like Turkey and in Egypt, where it is obviously very difficult to be a gay person in those countries.
The cruise was then rerouted to
yeah, it's real difficult. Yeah, it's real difficult. All this stuff over here, non-gay. On. For all you, especially around here. Y'all go to Istanbul? Yeah, non-gay. I remember that movie from back in the 80s. What was that? That guy tried to smuggle some heroin or something out. Yeah. No, no, no.
Last minute, the port was also canceled without any explanation.
We thought that it would be a great opportunity for those people in those countries to also experience what it's like outside of in the rest of the world where people can't.
They thought the rest of the world wanted to see two men kiss when we don't even like it here in America.
Free and be celebrated for who they are.
In a statement, Atlantis Events said in part, they hope this is an isolated incident and to return in the future. They also hope Egypt and Turkey will welcome all guests without conditions or prejudice.
I think it's definitely sort of taken a bit of the magic away. If I can explain it in that way, because it started off with such a high and everyone being so excited to be together and see people.
Now, Virgin also gave us a statement. They said that they have taken this trip before and they are also disappointed. They're also doing everything they can now to make sure that their guests have an incredible vacation. Reporting live in Miami, Jamie Garola, NBC6 News.
You know, people forget America. In America, being homosexual at one time would get you put into a psychiatric ward and stay there until you come clean, so to speak. And you know, for the last 60 years, since the government stepped in, they decided that homosexuality wasn't crazy, and people could live normal lives being a homosexual. Also, in the 70s, sometime they also said that they did something with the IQ level, and don't tell me they didn't, because when when I was in grade school, when I went to school in grade school, it was like I went to Forrest Gump. I was in the in the office with the principal, and my grandmother was there because she raised me. God rest her soul. My mom, I love you. And so he was like, "Ma'am, this is normal, and Doc is right about here." And so when I started school in the 70s, I would go to the regular class in the morning and check in and raise my hand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I've said it every day like that. But sometime towards the end of the 70s, I was watching Good Times and I was watching What's Happening, Archie Bunker, the Jeffersons. I love Archie. The rules changed. And the government said, you don't need dads anymore in the house. You're not as stupid as you thought you was, and you're not really gay. You're just happy. Well, I guess the rest of the world hasn't caught up yet, or they're stuck, or we got aliens amongst us. I know we got Bigfoots. Anyhow, y'all have a blessed day, and thanks for listening. Thank you.